and really promote natural products, organic things. Because it's serious. This shit is going in our heads. Where our heads going in our brains, like it's who knows what. And so like I feel like that's kind of my biggest concern. Even with like the weave and the braiding hair, like those have chemicals and toxins on them too. And I just learned about that, like even the stylists can be affected. Not only, the client, but the chemicals are going in our fingertips. That's crazy. It's like, it makes me angry, because it's just like, wow, like we know who's producing these products and who's selling we to us, and it's not taking no measures to ensure, our safety. Like, we're targeted, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because it's just like, ain't no telling us like how many of us has been affected by these chemicals and what it's doing to us mentally, emotionally, like for real, like in our health, like.
God, why would they do this to me? I love that. Shontae, so what have you been up to and what's been going on in your world lately?
So what have I been up to? I've been up to many things. I'm always doing something new. I'm always on some type of creative venture. This year I really dived into the lock extensions. So for those who want to skip the whole process of locking, you get the lock extensions. That way you don't have to go through. A lot of people want to avoid that the awkward they says, and they want to just go ahead and just
Lock it up.
yeah.
Okay, that is interesting. We're going to pin that because that's a whole nother conversation that we're going to have tonight, because we're going to talk about that tonight. This episode is also sponsored by Kinky Behavior. It is fashion energy. Shante, so tell us a little bit about Kinky Behavior and your whole mindset behind this wonderful, wonderful purse, which I love.
So I've always had a passion for creativity. So I was a little girl. That's even how I got into hair. But I wanted to create something, an accessory. I love accessories, like why not add some accessories to your outfit to really bring it out and really like speak, and make a statement. So I decided that I wanted to create a line that was more so intentional. So Kinky Behavior is like the core of creativity, going out in the world and creating the reality you want, the outcomes that you want. It's about really like embodying that creative energy and understanding that, you got that personal power within you to create. So I create my purses with crystals. We know crystals, they have meanings, and I just wanted to incorporate something fashionable and meaningful together. So I have a variety of different styles. So I I incorporated this earthy look, but with a luxurious look too.
Hey there, let's talk about self-care, the kinds that really matter. Meet Our Bar by Allure or Beauty, the first unscented unisex soap made for both men and women in those intimate areas. Crafted with organic ingredients like aloe vera, shea butter, olive oil, and a touch of tea tree oil. This gentle soap nourishes, moisturizes, and it also helps keep those things fresh down there. So guys, this may be the soap just for you. Designed to support your pH balance and also prevent odors. Our bar is free of fragrance and full of care. Make it the ultimate upgrade in your beauty routine. Treat yourself in your most tender areas to the love they deserve.
Look too. So the crystals give it that earthy vibe, the energy, and then like the snake skin that gives it the luxury and the fur. So it's definitely, a statement piece. That's like you ain't even got to do that much. Yes. But the purse is gonna bring the whole outfit to you. So yeah, I'm a fashion girly. Um, I've designed clothes. I did a little bit of everything.
Okay, okay.
How like I'm just really big on these purses.
Okay, okay. Did you design your fur piece that you have on today?
I wish I didn't.
It looks lovely. It looks
Thank
so lovely. So lovely. So Shante, I have a question for you. Are you ready to talk about hair?
I'm ready.
All right. Spicy. Yes, Shante. My first question for you is how did you get started in hair and why hair? Out of all the things, why hair?
So my first memory of hair is my mom. I would watch my mom get ready, and she would always switch up her look.
Okay.
And I was just so intrigued, like, dang, I really want to learn how to do hair. Like, I want to be able to change my look, change my vibe. And so my mom, I could say my mom really inspired me. Like, that was the beginning of it, learning how to braid. And so I started braiding. And it took some time to get good. No, you really have to be consistent with learning a new skill because, you're not the first try, you're not going to get it. So I started doing braids. I started braiding my brother's hair. At this point, I'm in high school. I'm doing my friend's hair. We're doing each other's hair. And then it's just like, I'm the girl that's doing hair. So I was like, okay. And I started making money. So it's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, my dad, yeah, you need to charge. You need to make sure you don't be doing people hair for free, like just kind of created, a hustle off of it. And yeah, been paid since.
We love
But I
that.
don't regret it. Like, why not learn something? Why not learn a skill and get paid? Like,
Yes, yes.
something.
So when you started off doing hair, you were doing hair. You said your mom was the first person that really put you in that space of doing hair.
Yeah.
So did your mom do hair? Was it anybody in your family that did hair?
My mom, she did hair, not professionally, but she knew how to do, her ones and two. She was definitely more so a braider. And yeah, so that's where I pretty much got it from. And then I started learning from other women around me. And I just kind of started learning new skills and practicing and planning my hair, so yeah.
So when you started doing the braid, so you started off being the braid baddie. You started off being the braid baddie. So you're doing your styles or whatever. What was one of your go-to styles that the girls just went up for? Like
In the beginning?
in the beginning.
Oh wait. So I feel like in the beginning, like this, taking it back to elementary school, because I mean I was doing hair then.
So you was doing hair in elementary school.
Braiding, I was like braiding. Me and my friends was braiding each other's hair, braiding my, brother's hair. Next thing you know, I'm braiding my friend's mama's hair. But what we started doing, like, what was it? Flat twist. Flat twist, and then like braiding mohawks with the curls and the humps and all that stuff. So that's the era.
Oh, so you was back in the was it the early 2000s?
That was like, yeah, like 2005, 6. Well, yeah, 2006.
Yeah, that was the early 2000, the early 2009. Yes. Okay, okay. So you're doing that. You're braiding hair. You're becoming the it girl. You're doing hair in high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing hair in high school. We're loving that. All the girls are coming. Go to Shontae to get your hair done. Go to Shontae. So then it comes a time where you have to make decisions, right? Where are you going to do hair, or are you going to go to school for other things? So where in that crossroad, where were you at? Excuse me.
So even I did try school,
Okay, okay.
and I did hair while I was in school.
Oh, okay. Let's talk.
It kind of just followed me everywhere. It was just like when somebody know that you do hair, they're gonna ask, and so I'm the go-to girl. But when it came down to it, school was a little challenging for me. And so I kind of just chose, I guess you could say, the creativity over that part. I felt free, and I love just having the freedom to choose what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, and how I wanted to do it. So I really, that was my thing. My thing now, even today, is still just having that freedom to just do something that I'm good at, I'm passionate about, and it's, going to be lucrative.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah. like to like hair, like just I feel like with hair we can make some really really good money, and I think people don't expect people that are doing hair to make as much money as
That's
we do.
true.
We make a lot of money.
Dude, we come in contact with a lot of coins.
We do.
Yes.
I mean, it's really limitless. Like we can make 6+ figures or whatever. Like there's no limit. You know what I'm saying? So just understanding like how I can branch off and doing digital products and selling physical products and whatnot. Like there's no bounds.
There is no boundaries with
So yeah, I just always been a creative. So like I've been to school. I went to school for aesthetics, so skin, makeup. I've always just been in the beauty industry either way. So it's always like I'm always going in that direction. Like I'm always going back there. And I think it just has a lot to do with also the satisfaction that I get when my clients are just beautified and they just feel super confident. Like that's a really good feeling. I did somebody's hair maybe like a few weeks ago. It was a little boy, first time doing his hair. He had a little fro, whatever. His mom, she wanted me to start his locks. So I'm like, okay. When I finished, he was super excited. Like he was jumping up and down. He was just so grateful. Like I just transformed him. Like just felt like a new little man. And then it just made my heart smile because I was like, you know what? What we do is really important. Like we are changing people's concepts of themselves.
and it's bigger than us. If we really think about it, it's really much bigger than us. A question I have for you is split ends are not our friends, then why are women so afraid, or people in general so afraid of a big chop?
I guess people want to hold on to their hair. They don't want to let it go. They think that it's not gonna grow back or it's not gonna grow back as fast, and they just want to keep that length. So we might have some attachment issues with damaged hair. I, I, I've never I've never had a problem cutting my hair. So, but I get it though. You want to hold on to your hair, but sometimes you just gotta let it go.
That's true. That's so true. So, in that instance, I want to tell back a little bit. So you were when you were doing hair, you're in Chicago, right? You're in Chicago doing hair. Um, you're there. When did you make a transition from moving to Chicago to Atlanta, and how was that?
Um, I moved here in I think 2021. So that's been almost 4 years.
Congratulations on your 4-year anniversary.
Thank you. So I had a smooth transition. I didn't have any clientele when I first came down here, but I knew like I was gonna attract it. I knew I had the most confidence. Like, you know what? I know what I'm capable of. I know I can start from scratch. I got the skills. I got the energy. I can attract whatever I want.
Hello.
So the moon got stuck. I'm like, look, nope. I had like no clients. I didn't care. I just needed a fresh start.
So, okay, that day. Let's talk about that day. The day that you said, "Girl, I am out of these motherfucking Chicago streets, and I'm going to these Atlanta streets." So, give me some of that. Like you're take me back to that day, the feeling, the moment, the phone calls, the weather, if you can. What was going on, and what made you say, "Child, I gotta go. I can't do this no more."
Um, wow. It's a bit personal.
Okay, okay.
But I'll say, like, sometimes you really have to get out of your comfort zone and expand yourself. Like, I really just wanted to challenge myself. Home was too familiar. And it was just like, okay, I want to grow. I want to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Like, I need to get up out of here. And I was doing really good in Chicago. Don't get me wrong. I had a really nice clientele and I was really taking off. But like it was something pulling me to come down here and make a change.
So when you was in Chicago, you had a really nice clientele. You was that girl when it came to braids. So at that time, were you still doing braids, or you had veered away from that?
So no, I was still braiding. but mostly locks. This was like around that time where everybody was doing like the butterfly locks and the knotless soft box. That was like that was like the most popular thing around that time. That was like COVID like era. So I was mostly doing locks, like whatever type of locks, I'm doing locks. But I stopped braiding really because of it was just too much stress and tension on my fingers. Like it was braiding is hard work. Okay, like it's like and I did a little bit of everything. Sew ins, glue ins, natural hair. Like, I started off doing everything, but then I wanted to just focus on promoting natural hair and natural beauty and black, hairstyles.
Yeah. So you started doing that. You're in your U-Haul. You're coming down the road. You don't have a client. So were you by yourself when you got here? Was it you and your baby? Was it you and your family? Or you went on by yourself and then they came along with you?
So it was my daughter and my close friend. Yes. And when I pulled up to my apartment, this is the first time I've even seen it in person.
So you did the whole thing that I did, the online application, the virtual tour, they say, the virtual tour.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So all I saw was trees, right? I'm like, do you need a lot of trees? Like, what's going on? Like, and I'm saying that because it was like, am I living in the forest? Like, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love nature, but it was just such a different environment. Like, I've staying in Illinois, we just got like plains, grass fields, like flat ground. We're going over the humps and the hills, and I'm just like, oh shit, like where I'm really here by myself. So I'm not gonna lie, for like the first week I was a little scared. I was freaked out. I'm like, oh my god, did I really move my life? Did I really move my life? Yeah, but best thing I did.
So you're here, you're moving around, you're when you first got here, tell us about your experience. Did you off bat find a salon? Or were you doing clients, in your house? How was that going for you?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I took a break the first year, right?
Okay.
I really didn't do any hair. So I had like when I first got down there, like I got like my first few clients in that first couple months. It was just cool, whatever. I do think that I guess maybe I did feel a little bit intimidated, like just starting over. Like, dang, I really got to get in the field. Like, I got to promote myself to a new audience, a new crowd. Like, dang, like I have work to do. I feel like that was a little bit intimidating. So I did take my time. I was moving at my own pace, but I could because I had money saved up. So I was straight, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like, but yeah. So, but then eventually, I did get a suite. I was working in a suite. I started getting clients off Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram ads is your best friend. And then if you ain't got no clientele and you're not working in a salon or whatever you got going on, try those ads. They will promote you and they will attract customers and clients.
That is, because I just want to thank Shante for that, because that day I was at your house and you did my hair and we talked about the whole Instagram ad thing. That is a 10 out of 10, because it is a 10 out of 10. It works.
It does.
It definitely works.
It does.
So you're in your salon suite, you're doing your thizzle izzle, and you're working your clients. When did you ever have an aha moment like, girl, I am down here in Atlanta, Georgia. Life is going, but should I not go back home, or should I not keep this going? Have you ever had a moment like that when you first got here, that like, child, what was I really thinking? Should I went back home?
I definitely had like homesickness or whatever, but there was not one thought that crossed my mind that I going back home. What I could do, I had to push through. Like there were definitely times where I felt alone and lonely. I know what to do with myself, but I stuck it out, and here I am today. No, I knew I wasn't going back home.
what is I feel on that because that's how I am about me with my whole thing of being from Bainbridge and me feeling like, I'm not going back home. I really feel like, when you leave a place, you have to be committed to whatever that new space is. Yes, in that new space, are you gonna have your ups and downs and your roller, your tumbleweeds? Yes, because that's part of moving or part of a new experience. Who goes to something that don't have roadblocks? To our crossroads. To do that, you might well, I don't know. But that is a good point. One other thing I want to know, when you were doing all that and you were still doing hair, right? You was in your suite still doing hair. Um, did you ever feel like this is becoming overwhelming for me? Or did you ever feel like I want to venture out and do other things besides hair to help make ends meet? Or it was just strictly hair?
Um, I think care has always been a little bit overwhelming from time to time. Well, because people rely on us, especially our regulars, like But I think that of course, we're always looking for other ways to make some income. Um, so of course that definitely crossed my mind. So yeah, without a doubt. But I do know like that hair is definitely my number one generating asset. Like I know I'm gonna make some money doing hair, like some good, So yeah.
Have you ever felt burnt out from doing hair or ever gave up on hair? I'm like, child, I ain't doing this no more. I'm ready to find something else. Get somebody else to do it. Have you ever had those moments? It's King Dudes.
They be killing me with these like extensions. Debo, I no, don't get me wrong. I love doing them. I love the completion, the complete look, like the final result. But sometimes it's taking like between 7, 9 hours to do the lock extensions, the permanent lock extensions.
Yes.
So yeah, and like even like braiding, that's why I stopped braiding. Like, but the lock extensions pay way. They pay though. I have no complaints, but it's be kicking my ass a little bit. But I know how to space out between clients so that I can rest my wrists and my fingers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hair definitely will burn you out. But that's why I love creating my own schedule so I can take the time out that I need. I need that freedom. Like I'm really like a free spirit. I have to make time for my personal life. I have to make time for creativity, to design, to breathe. My daughter, to exercise, like to take care of myself, to reflect. Like I have to. And hair will take over your life.
Oh, girl, talk about it. It will engulf you. It will. Hair will literally. You one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, let's say you start out a new salon or you start a new journey with hair, and you can see it like at first it's just, oh, I got one or two clients or whatever. You're doing your throat thistle. Next thing you know, you have just been engulfed in hair to the point where you're waking up, breathing, eating, sleeping. Can't go to bed at night.
Put my hair on track.
Yes, girl. You missing these events because of hair, and it's all centered around one thing that some people feel like. When I first started doing hair, my mom's like, "This ain't real. Like doing a blowout ain't real, or doing this ain't real. Like you can't really put no money on it. You know what I'm saying? No food on the table doing hair." And you realize in that moment, okay, to you it may not be real, but do you not understand? I'm missing events. I'm not hanging out with y'all based off of this one thing that people feel like is not a real job, but it's a real job in itself. Like doing hair is a whole job.
Yeah.
Not just doing hair. The anesthetic of hair is a job. Because once you do the hair, you got to post the content. Then after you post the content, you got to cut the reels for the hair. Then after you do that, you got to make sure you follow up with your clients about appointments and do all that. So hair it's a job and a job.
Yeah, it's a lot to it. It's dimensions for sure to doing hair. Like even when I'm not doing hair, like installing, I'm coloring bundles. I'm creating extensions. I'm doing consultations. Like I'm always doing something. I'm picking up hair. I'm picking up products. Like it never stops.
It never stops. It's a never ending cycle.
And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. Cause guess what? Can't nobody take that skill away from us.
That is a spicy moment. Spicy. Yes, because once I feel like this, it's like with knowledge, you can't unknow. And once you know, you can't unknow anything when it comes to hair. And I feel like one thing with hair is something that will never go out of style with us. Because what we do, people are always going to want it done. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to want it done. I'm not trusting no robot to do my locks. I'm sorry. I'll let the robot paint my nails. I'll probably even let them put, some polish on my toes, a little blush on my cheek. But I am not trusting a robot,
Same.
Elon Musk robot, to do my locks. I'm sorry. I don't feel like he'll just do. No, I don't. I don't think that would be ever a thing. I feel like for us, we'll never go out of style. We'll always.
Yeah, look, I agree because we're also like therapists. We are therapists and we don't get paid.
No, we don't. Like we literally could sign up for a class and literally probably ace that class, because it would be just because we already do it. It's almost like you're a hair therapist. I'm already learning how to talk to you about your problems, learning to acknowledge work problems, learning how to ask open-ended questions about what's going on. And then I also learned, I've been trained to, leave with a little advice or a little, piece of peace within the end of the conversation. So I feel like that is so true. We should get paid.
We matter.
Yes, we do.
We have a huge role to play.
We do.
For real.
We definitely matter.
And sometimes I'm like, dang, like how important is hair? Like, what do we really contribute? But we contribute so much emotionally. Yes. People like, it's just like
hair runs the world.
Yeah, like people feel transformed when they got their hair done. When they get their hair washed, I'm intentionally washing hair. I'm like, we finna get all these thoughts out.
Yes.
Don't serve you. Like, we finna get all those negative thinking patterns and get it all out of you. Like, your fresh slate, new start for you.
Yeah, and people feel that. And that's how have you ever heard this thing like when it comes to us where there's people like you don't let everybody do your hair or you don't let, and that's the thing because when it comes you have to have people around you who are washing thoughts out of your hair or praying over your hair as you're doing it. And that's one thing I love about you because you're a spiritual baddie. Not only are you a lock magician, but you also are a spiritual baddie. You're when every time I ever came to you, we're always talking about our spiritual well-being and empowering ourselves through you doing my logs, but it's still feeding me spiritually. And we're always still talking about knowledge and books and all that stuff. All the time. That's what I love. Me too. I love that. And it's like you don't have a lot of friends around you who you're able to be, I would say not weird, but your readers, your spiritual self. Because it's a lot of people out here who are asleep, who don't get it when you're talking that spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? And to have people around you who you can affirm with, who you can sit there and be your authentic self with in that area and in that space of spirituality, religion, or whatever it is, that is amazing. That is so amazing. So I'm just grateful for that. So you said that you were doing your Thug Thizzle, you were here in Atlanta, doing all those grateful things. How did you end up in a salon? Or did you just say one day I'm going to go to a salon, or you just said the salon suite was your thing? Did you ever do a salon? What was your take on it?
So since I'm in the suite, right, I'm generating my own clientele. And so again, I'm fresh here, I'm new. So I don't have many connections. I don't really have an audience for real. So I'm just playing around with Instagram, honestly, to get this clientele. So again, it's kind of like you got to figure out this algorithm, what works for you, the demographics. You got to like be able to really know like where you're at and who you're looking for. And I'm still fresh. So it was a little slow. So I'm like, okay. I went to my first salon.
Hey y'all, it's me, Keisha again. The Ladies Room isn't just a podcast, it's a whole vibe. Now you can take the vibe with you. We got cute cups, stylish t-shirts, and much more in my merch shop. Trust me, it's giving everything it's supposed to give. So what are you waiting for? Click the link below and treat yourself to some fabulous merch. Don't just listen to me, represent, and go get you some.
my first salon, which was Princess Hair Pizzazz.
Okay, okay. I heard it. Is that a child?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So which one? The one on Cascade? The one in
Cumberland.
Okay, yes,
Was there
yes.
for a good 6 months. It was a cool experience. I've done kids hair before. I have a daughter, so
Yes,
it really
yes.
nothing. Kids hair is a lot of work though. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So I ain't doing kids hair no more. Thanks. You ain't, one of my daughter's close friends. You ain't family that you ain't getting your hair done. I say they could be that kids are a lot of work. They have so much hair too. Just they have a lot of hair, okay? So it was a lot of work, but it was a great experience. Princess Hair Pizzazz was a beautiful salon. They really set the tone and environment for the kids. Like it was like a princess castle vibe. It was beautiful. So I had a really great experience there. It was fine or whatever, but I wanted to move on. And so that's when I went to Whiplash.
Whiplash. We love Wimpy.
Yeah, Whiplash. So I think I started at Whiplash last year, 2023 February or something like that. And my experience that was pretty cool too. It was pretty cool, I learned some things. I made some great connections. I met Mika, the shop owner. She was great.
Shout out to Mika.
Shout out to Mika. Yeah, and I was there for over a year. It was a nice experience, but then I just wanted to venture out and do my own thing. Like I knew it was so much more for me. And so I just stepped out on faith. I'm like, I gotta leave this salon. Like, this ain't it for me. I'm like, I gotta get out of here because I just know what I'm capable of. And I had learned some new skills. That's when I started getting to the lock extensions. And I was just like, yo, if people can trust me with this, I'm gonna take off. Like,
Yes.
I mean, first of all, you paying a good, pretty penny for them, right? And you have to know how to put them in. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know your technique. You gotta know what type of hair. It's a lot. So that's what I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just focus on the locks and period, but mostly like lock extension. That's what I'm really building on right now. Like,
Okay, okay.
so yeah.
So a question for you. We've all had a oops, I've done it again moment in the salon. Describe your most hair horror moment that you've had inside of the salon. Or just in period.
I won't really say I've had a horror, but it was this one client. She wanted some butterfly locks, right? But her hair was really short. It was really short, and she had it was relaxed. But I'm like, okay, we can braid in some weave or whatever, just so you can, still get the look or whatever. And so yeah, I did them, and they were cute, but they started slipping out on her. So yeah, so at first she was nicely like, hey, my hair's come out. Like, can you fix my hair? I'm like, sure, why not? Like, of course, I'm gonna always take care of my clients. Okay, so she came and I fixed her hair, cool, whatever. She hit me back probably a week later, like, hey, my hair coming out. This time she mad. She got an attitude. She's like, just mean, right?
Right.
But I was just like, okay, I understand. But let's be real. You never, you don't have the foundation. You never had it to begin with. And I did, tell you, it is kind of short. But I've had braids and stuff with short hair and it slipped out. Like, that's expected. That is, story short, I ended up fixing her hair again, which was not a problem. But it was her attitude. It was just kind of as if I didn't know what I was. But I'm very professional and I know how to, handle those type of situations. And it's just like, hey, I'm gonna take care of you. That's it. That's all. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth with the attitude. Like, this pointless because I don't mean you no harm. Like, let's just take care of you and you go on with your life. And next time, grow your hair out a little bit more. But I mean, I never really have no crazy horror stories. Like, I usually understand my client and what they want, and I'll deliver. And I usually do a consultation or something, so we can be on the same type of page when it comes to, especially if you're spending those bucks. Let's know. But yeah, no horror story. Well, no.
So have you ever had a Who gonna check me moment in the salon or in your or in your just in your career? Who gonna check me, boo?
Ooh, I check me, boo. That's a good question.
Never had a who gonna
I promise you, like I attract really good clientele. So, I don't have those problems. Like I know how to handle it. Like, I know my customers, so it's just kind of like I haven't dealt with nothing crazy, and hopefully, like that, don't speak too soon. But nothing I can think of. Like, of course, I've had like annoying clients, very anxious and.
So you've never had to fire a client? Never.
Ooh, have I ever fired a client? Like, I'm never doing hair anymore.
Like, girl, after this girl get out of here, me, you're never gonna be able to reach me. Like, girl, I like the style I did, but girl, you ain't gonna be able to reach me.
Let me think. Hmm. Nothing I can think of. Nothing I could think of right now.
That's good.
Let me like, I know a little girl. I did this. This is a baby. I did her hair, but she was acting crazy. I never do her hair again. But that's kids. So yeah, I can't really think of nothing right now. Like for real, honestly.
That's good. That is really good because I know in the salon, I've had some clients. I guess for me, my clients, they're a little dramatic, so they have their dramatic moments, So I've had some clients that I had to fire. Like I had to fire this one lady because she thought she was gonna tell me what I should and how I should do her hair. No, you're not gonna tell me what I should do, how I should do it, when I should be. No, you're not gonna do that. So I think it's best that you go over to little Pookie or you go over to Sabrina, who can do all those things, that the shoulds, the coulds, the woulds. I'm not doing that. That I went to school for this. I ain't doing all that. So I get that. I understand that. If excuse me, if we could talk about taking risk in your career, what have been some risks you've taken in your career in becoming Shante?
I feel like the biggest risk that I've taken so far is moving down here. Again, when I was in Chicago, I already had a nice clientele, a nice growing clientele, a nice loyal clientele. And I kind of just dropped them. Oh, that's what I did. And I love them all and I miss them so much. But it's like I was already established where I was at and I was good. But something was just like, just go. Like you can take your skills and wherever you want to go and you're going to be successful and whatever. So it's like, all right, God, you right. I was very confident about it. I was nervous, but I was just like, something was like, go, go, go. So I felt like if you have that inkling to just like step out on faith, just kind of do it. You never know what's to come of that. And I don't regret it. Like I miss my clients in Chicago, but gotta move on. Like maybe you'll catch me on a hair tour next year. Who knows? Yes, sock extensions hair tour.
Yes, we love that. We love that as well.
Coming to your city.
Hello. Let's talk about that because you have been a TikTok sensation, Instagram black trailblazer. You have just turned over so many stones and twisted up so many locks. We want to know, when the lock extensions fell in your hand, it was a game changer for you. Explain that moment and explain your whole mastermind behind that.
Okay, so where did it all start? Well, I, of course I was inspired. I can't recall who the stylist was, but I feel like, dang, who did this and how are they doing this? How are they like achieving this look? Thought it was gorgeous and I just wanted to learn how to do it. And so I started doing some research and looking into other stylists who actually do provide those services. And I'm looking at the prices like, damn. Hey, are you sound like that? Hey, wait, hold up. This is like next level. I'm like, you gotta learn how to do this. I'm like, I have to learn how to do this. And I wasn't even into doing the crochet or using the needle. I just learned to use the needle in, I want to say like
that, let's say the end of 2022, like I started using the crochet needle to you once you learn how to use the needle,
Just
you're gonna take your services to the next level. You're like, oh my God, like people
true.
you can there are so many services that you can provide with a crochet needle. No, right? Wigs, extensions, repairs, reattachments.
Amen.
You do so much. So yeah, I was inspired by other hairstylists like Culture Locks.
Okay.
You are male such a loss. I was like, oh my gosh, she is a beast.
A
So I'm
beast
looking
beast.
at Culture Locks and I'm getting inspired. I'm just like, yo, I had to learn how to do this. And you can't go on YouTube and learn that shit.
No, you have to take classes.
You got to take classes.
Yes, yes.
And you have to put in some work. You have to put it in the time. It takes time to really learn and master your technique. Like, no, for real, because if you don't master the lock's gonna slip out.
That's true.
You don't know what type of hair you use. It's just so many other factors that go into it. But I knew it was a game changer when I saw how much they was getting paid. I was like, damn, I'm like, this is going to take me to the next level. And I'm just like, what? Like, hairstylists are making bread.
Yes.
So that motivated me too.
Mhm.
The look was gorgeous. The aesthetic, I was like, yes, this is gorgeous. Like, I want to like provide this service, and then I want to make this money. So I'm like, yeah, we got to do this. So, yeah, I started on a mannequin.
Mhm.
You know, I did take a lock extension class like a few years ago, but it wasn't the same technique. So I really like actually learned this on my own, and I learned through experience, lots and lots of hours. You're not just gonna learn how to do it overnight. Hey, like I really just mastered my technique earlier this year.
Okay.
It take time. But yeah, I was just like, yo, if I just do lock extensions, if I can do this, then I can make time for everything else. So for me, it was more like finding balance and still having a life outside of doing hair. Cause I don't want to be in a salon all day.
I feel you.
I don't. I have like, other goals and aspirations. Like I have other, things to do, and I have like, I'm like, if I could do this, I cut that. I'm like doing the math and the calculations, and I'm just like, okay, I'm taking this route, So it's been working really well for me, and I'm still expanding. I'm still learning, and y'all can really expect some new things from me in 2025. I'm coming with the heat.
Heat it up.
Yes, passing the torch. I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah, I have a lot of gifts to give in 2025.
So, do we see a tour coming soon?
Yeah, 2025. Coming to your city. Drop your city below.
Oh, please drop your city below. If you want to see the moon goddess in your city with kinky behavior and her baddie locks experience, definitely put it in the link below.
Yeah.
Because we definitely want you out there. That I want that for you, Shante. Because you deserve that plus more.
Thank
you. Not what you want, what you deserve. You deserve that. You definitely deserve that. What is one thing you feel like the hair industry is missing, and why?
Hair industry. So I would say when it comes down to the products, integrity. Like recently, like over the last few years, just learning like what the chemicals are doing to our head, our body. That like, oh my God, it's crazy. Like people are getting cancer, reproductive issues, and stuff like that. Like it's mind blowing. And guess who's attacking what community? Our community. And nobody else really relaxing their hair and using all these crazy chemicals. And it's attacking us in ways that we just don't know. We're just not aware, and I think like we do need to spread awareness of what we putting in our heads.
Yes.
And really promote natural products, organic things, because it's serious. This shit is going in our heads. Where our heads, going in our brains, like it's who knows what. And so like I feel like that's kind of my biggest concern, even with like the weave and the braiding hair, like those have chemicals and toxins on them too. And I just learned about that, like even the stylists can be affected. Not only, the client, but the chemicals are going in
our
the fingertips. That's crazy. It's like, it makes me angry, because it's just like, wow, like, we know who's producing these products and who's selling to us, and it's not taking no measures to ensure, our safety. Like, we're targeted. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because it's just like ain't no telling us like how many of us has been affected by these chemicals and what it's doing to us mentally, emotionally, like for real, like in our health, like um causing cervical cancer and stuff. So I think like we need to have um integrity when it comes down to even a stylist understanding what we're doing and putting in our clients' hair is important. Yeah, super important. So that's something that I've been sitting on for a while and thinking about, like, what I'm going to change as far as what I'm doing too, because of course, I want to provide the best services and I want my clients to have the healthiest hair they can have and help all around. Like, this is serious.
It is. It's
You seeing all these lawsuits on Instagram. Like, have you used these every damn brand
yes, yes.
causing cancer?
Just to bring that up, just to piggyback off what you said, have you heard anything about the whole Miel hair loss? Allegedly, I have to use that spicy. Have you heard anything about the spicy alleged rumors about Miel hair loss? How you say that word?
Allegations.
Oh yes, allegations.
Um, I haven't heard much. Just because like it's not in my algorithm.
Okay.
I did see something on Facebook the other day, and it was talking about like that she sold the company. No, and it mentioned a few other supposedly black owned companies that sold their company.
Yes, yes, yes. As I am was one of them. Carol's daughters, another one of them that sold their company to mass produce. Yes.
Yeah, and then I did see somebody say like it's not meal organics anymore; it's just meal. So they're using all the toxic shit and they're trying to poison us and pretty much try to do what they do and so yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Can you tell me more? Cause like I only know that little bit. Z's.
So it was said that allegedly her products was causing hair loss to her clients and to some of the people that were using her products. Over time, it had where like they were losing we would say a glob of hair over time. Then she sold her For Us By Us brand to mass produce her products to a broader scale or whatever. My take on that is that I feel like I understand, go get your money, be a hair hustler, do all those things because that is what, that is what some people are in it for, for the coins, for the money, all this. But on my end, I just feel like we don't have enough of things that is catered to us. Like your brand is a For Us By Us brand. It's for people like us who are into things like us.
Right.
I love that. Um, so I feel like if you're going to mass produce something, I feel like truth, get your money, take the money to the bank, put it in a safe or whatever. But please don't sell out. Like I feel like when you do that, it's like you're literally why do you want to sell something that is not a museum full of us. It's not a museum full of black businesses that are literally under an umbrella of black ownership. It's just like a handful of us. And when in a whole thing of a pie, if we would say a piece of the pie or the whole pie, we only got a piece of the pie. When the whole pie is them. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of brands that's under their umbrella versus our umbrella, it's just a piece. So I'm like, I get it, I understand, but I want a whole pie under my tent, under my thing, which is different for different strokes for different folks. I get it, but I don't think that You should sell out. I don't. I get why you did it. Get your money.
I agree, and I understand too. I guess it's just yeah, they're going back to integrity, like going back to making sure the community is safe. Like, do you really care? Or maybe she just wasn't really mindful of the decision that she was making. Maybe she didn't care. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not her, but I think it's so much more important to make sure our people are taken care of because they come on now. We've been using some of those products since forever. I don't even know when they start putting out relaxers and stuff, but we all know own those companies, and it's not good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Causing health problems and who knows what. Like,
Mm-hmm. And I feel like with companies like, let's say black reputable brands that are out there, let's say if they came up with alternatives, when you have a big influence on our community as a black brand, we're the type of people that would take your brand any and everywhere. You don't. I feel like with us, you don't need to go outside of us because the media understands that we are influencers. We are the curators for a vibe, for the energy, for matching. We are that. So I feel like if we have a brand and it's doing those things, then I feel like we can bring stuff inside our brand like a alternative to a relaxer or alternative to this. And as people, we will go with that because we believe that if her brand or his brand is doing this and they say it works, then I'm okay with trying this out. So I just feel like when we sell it out, it leaves a loaded gun in a gray area that even Christian Grey don't even have an answer to. You know what I'm saying? He don't even have the answer to that one. You know? Or it's almost like a love gun. You love it, but then it's a gun as well. You know what I'm saying? So I get it and I understand that. That's my take on
it is a huge like letdown, disappointment though, for sure. So hey, now it's time. It's time for some more brands to just step up and expand it for us to start supporting like local brands. So I think that's important too.
That is important. That is very important with supporting and putting out the local brands in the industry. Well, it's kinky behavior. Putting that out because the girls and guys definitely need to know about that. We're gonna play a game in wrapping this up. It's called I Had a Client. I want to know three of your most viral moments that you've had a client that just really took it to the next measure for you. Tell me of your three most. I had a client that.
Okay, so I had a client that, right, the day of her appointment,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, she acted like she didn't know we had the consultation. The whole consultation, right? The day of her appointment, I showed her the lock extensions I created for her. She was looking like, well, I said I wanted this. No, which is, you said you wanted this length, and you didn't say you didn't want these curls or none of this. So she started getting really anxious, and I hope she ain't watching. But anyway, I don't think she minds. But listen, she was a great woman though. Don't get me wrong. But this lady was like just super anxious, and it's just like, okay, we don't have to.
Was she pulling out her phone anxious?
Probably texting her man, her husband. Like, I don't know if I should get this. Cool. Okay, cool. I'm like, do you want to reschedule and like I create a new batch for you? She was like, I don't know. Maybe. I'm like, look, one of her inspiration picks was actually the locks that I actually made for her. It was just kind of like nerve wracking because it was like, this is the time that you set for your appointment. You paid your deposit. I thought we confirmed all of this, and now you're just lost. And she was super anxious, so I guess she had bad anxiety because at the end, this is permanent. She's never had locks before, so she was a little bit on edge, like, if I should do this. It is a big investment. So it's like, if you don't want them, we can reschedule because your deposit is final. You can't get that back.
No, non-refundable.
But I'm willing to work with you. So that moment, I was like, it was a bit kind of. I was at ease, but it was just like, like, come on now. It was more so my time. It was like, what are we doing? Like, but she ended up getting them, and she loved them.
and she looked gorgeous with them.
Hello.
So she was happy. So dealing with clients with anxiety is kind of a little nerve wracking because it's like, don't look, I don't need that energy. I know what I'm doing.
Hello.
Trust me. You came to me in the first place because you trusted me, you was confident in my work. Like, just relax, let go. So it was like, that was that, and it was just like she loved it, and she'll be back soon to get her retwist and her maintenance. So, but it was just one of the moments where it was just like,
Girl, it was the eye roll.
but it's like, all right, okay, what was the consultation for? I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I took notes. So
And I wrote down what was going on and how we was gonna do this.
exactly. Another moment.
I had a client that
I had this one client, his hair was so dirty. He had locks and he didn't wash his hair in like 3 months. And it was so nasty. Like, I wanted to turn him away because it was so nasty. It was really dirty, but he was a bit young, so I was just like, I'm gonna take care of you. But I'm like, don't do this shit no more. Make sure you wash your hair. Like, dude, now seriously, we have to wash our hair.
that's true.
You know what I mean? At least once a month, wash your hair.
Right.
No, like black people.
Yes. We feel like dirt. We feel like dirt help your hair grow. Like, I ain't cleaning my hair because dirt help your hair grow, or dirt help my nails grow. What if that's cool?
When I stay the buildup of flakes, and it was nasty. But I washed him up real good and I got him together. It was nasty though. Like, those type of clients, I don't understand their logic. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've had a client before, she 3 months don't wash her hair, and it's just like, yo, and your hair stinks really bad, like to the point where like I need a mask.
Yeah.
And I need gloves.
Because the buildup on your scalp.
It smells really bad. And then like when you go so long without washing your hair, and it kind of like lingers on the hair. You know how like some people hair has a scent or like damn, or like a mildew. But yeah, so
it never is like a smell. Like when you're blow drying or the heat hits it, you smell that little that hair odor when they haven't washed their hair in a long time or it has that odor.
yeah.
Yes.
And so I had a client. How I go?
I had a client that.
I had a client that was so ghetto.
Oh,
I loved it though, but at the same time, she was hood. Like, she was hood. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I know I'm from Chicago, but you ain't got to do you ain't gotta act all crazy now. I don't know what you're trying to prove. Hold on, like, okay, she was a thug. And she was a mini thug.
okay.
But it was just like the conversation. She was just crazy. It was, how like you really vibing with your client, and they just start telling you every damn thing.
Oh yes.
Ain't no limits, ain't no secrets. Pulling out the gats, and I'm like, so like, let me make sure you eat good. Like, but nah, she was great. But I do love when my clients have like high energy and is outspoken and outgoing. So it was entertaining, I'll say. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, this lady is wild. Like, I love it. You get what I'm saying? It's just kind of like,
I definitely get it.
I don't know. She's trying to warn me, like, don't fuck my hair up. But you like, oh, really trying to say. But nah, she was wonderful. She was so sweet. Like, she was beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, those are my stories.
Okay. To wrap it up, I just want to have I got one more question for you. What is one thing you want your clients to stop doing in 2024? And why?
And 2025.
And in 2025.
Right. I would say waiting last minute to schedule. Okay, stop waiting till especially if you my regular.
Oh God. Oh child.
Listen,
Why do they do that?
I love my regulars. I will part the ocean for them.
I love the roomies there or the regulars, but why do they wait till the last minute?
Like,
You can't squeeze me in.
and you gonna squeeze them in because who else is gonna take care of them? So it's like I love my regulars, but they really be pushing it, and I was just like, okay, let me make something out of nothing. I'm gonna make some time right here and put you in there. So I would just say that I think my clients
are pretty good. Like, they take care of their hair. I'm proud of them for that. You know, they do their monthly maintenance. Good, but yeah, I would just say stop scheduling last minute because the demand is rising. Like, you better not play. But once it's up, it's stuck. Like, you got where you fit in. So it's just like, I don't want to have to turn you down or you go to somebody else.
But it's like, hey, you got to get in where you fit in. And if you don't fit in at this moment, then whoops. Sorry. I do love you. And I miss you. And I miss our conversations, girl. I miss our conversation, but girl,
Listen.
right day, wrong plan. Right day, wrong
And
plan.
it really gets like that. Like, so I always want to take care of them though, but I ain't gonna be able to all the time. So y'all better start scheduling before last minute. Okay, don't wait till a week or two before. You might as well schedule a month or two ahead at this
Hello? Because the books are booking. The books are overloaded.
especially around holidays. Like, y'all, come on now, stop playing.
What are one of your pet peeves around this time?
Um,
Besides the booking late, what's another pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Besides the booking late, I would say
I don't know. It is the demand is high. I'll say that. It's not a pet peeve. Hey, I want that. I want that bread. So let's come my way. But I just know that I'm gonna be real busy. So it's.
Have you thought about with the overflow of business, do you see yourself getting an assistant?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I've had an assistant in Chicago.
Okay.
And it was the best thing ever. Cut the time in half. It just made everything just flow. Money was just constantly flowing, especially when you're highly demanding. You can't do it by yourself, depending on like what services and styles you're providing. So yes, you can expect me to have an assistant in 2025 for sure, because it's gonna take off. Like, you know how the seasons and the ebbs and the flows are. Like, it's about to be a new year.
So it's new faces, new people coming around. That's what you got.
Yeah, so you can. Yeah, I definitely highly recommend an assistant. I miss my assistant. I miss you, assistant.
We miss you, assistant.
She know who she is. Come back. Come back.
It's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely see that. I definitely agree with that. Shante, I just want to say it has been so fun tonight sitting here with you in the ladies' room, in the roomies, talking to you about being the Queen of Locs, the curator behind kinky behavior, doing all those things wonderful that you do. Being my loctician is amazing. Hooking me up with my knots in the front and hair in the back. I have had so much fun with you tonight, Shante. I just want to say thank you so much for coming out to the ladies' room to talk to me and the roomies. It's been fun. Thank you so much, Shante.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this, and I love your platform, and I love the awareness that you're spreading and everything that you're doing. I am so proud of you. You know the talks that we have. So keep doing what you're doing. Like, I see big success to come for you. So just keep on going and keep being you. I love your spirit. I love your energy. It's so genuine and it's just so fun and uplifting. So thank you. I appreciate you for real.
Thank you so much, Shante. I really do. Thank you so much. That means a lot because the conversations we have, the talks we have. And most people don't know this, but me and Shante actually met at Whippy.
Yeah.
She was the girl who did the braids and the locks, and I saw Shante hair, and I was like, "Who do your hair?" She's like, "I do my own hair." I said, "Girl, I gotta get in your chair because, baby, the way that you the way that you lay that scalp down, I need to be in your chair." So ever since then, me and Shante has been like locked in, like literally locked in, and like Shante has been my go-to girl when my hair was doing some funky mess. My hair was doing some funky mess. And as hairstylists, we are our biggest critic when it comes to our hair. Like, we are our biggest critic. My hair was doing some funky stuff. I was a hairstylist that literally tell people don't wear ponytails, but I was one that wore ponytails for a long time. And I was like, Shante, what should I do? I think I want to cut my locks off because my locks are thinning in the top and I don't know what I'm. She was like, boy, calm down. Like, just calm down. Do this, do this. I did what you told me to do. Got it back right. Shante, I thank you so much for that. Every time I come there, I tell her, I'm like, girl, thank you so much because, girl, I thought I was really going through something there. Now, like, I'm good now. Thank you so much for that. And to all the roomies out there, I just want to let you know, keep your hair healthy and your edges laid. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Good night, guys. Bye. Peace. Woo, girl.
This a